Time to know the news of the week. I'm Hannah Tabios. This is the MB Rundown. Host country Philippines reclaimed the 2019 overall championship in the Southeast Asian Games, which concluded Wednesday at New Clark City in Capas, Tarlac. Ending with a medal haul of 149 golds, 117 silvers, and 121 bronzes, the Philippine team earned a total of 387 medals. The contributors to the country's medal drive were traditional martial arts, which accounted for 14 gold medals, 11 for athletics, while dance sport scooped 10. Taekwondo grabbed 8 medals, while wushu and boxing contributed 7 medals each. Obstacle racing and skateboarding, which debuted at this year's SEA Games, earned 6 medals each. Apart from the medal tally, some Filipino athletes also won the hearts of local and international viewers for their inspiring stories. Filipino surfing sensation Roger Casogay was praised for his heroism after rescuing his Indonesian opponent despite an ongoing medal race. Casogay's humility paid off with his very first SEA Games gold award. Pinoy gold medalist Daniela de la Pisa also inspired audiences from revealing that she is an ovarian cancer survivor. Despite his loss, billiards legend Efren Bata Reyes also earned praises from his fans, not just Filipinos, but even his Vietnamese opponent. At 65, the world-renowned Filipino athlete still played for the country despite his undisclosed medical condition. All the winning athletes will be summoned for an awarding ceremony at Malacanang on December 18 to personally receive tokens from President Rodrigo Duterte. Presidential Communications Secretary Martin Andanar assured the public that there will be a complete, secure, and truthful coverage of the Ampatuan massacre promulgation on December 19, Thursday. In a statement, Andanar welcomed the High Court's decision to grant the request of the Presidential Task Force on Media Security and other media organizations for permission to air the live coverage of the case judgment pending for 10 years. The Supreme Court partnered with the state-run People's Television Network to give audiences a live feed inside the courtroom by setting up 2 cameras. Due to limited space and security concerns, only PTV was permitted to cover the event live, but other media entities will be allowed to use their broadcast feed. The Maguindanao massacre took place in November 23, 2009. 58 people were killed, including 32 media workers. The victims were flagged down and killed by gunmen in Ampatuan town. The late Datu Andal Ampatuan Sr. was tagged as the alleged mastermind. The Metropolitan Water Works and Sewerage System, or MWSS, has revoked the extension of its concession deals with major water suppliers Maynilad Water Services and Manila Water Company. MWSS Deputy Administrator for Engineering Leonor Cleofas confirmed the cancellation at the joint hearing of the House Committees on Good Government and Public Accountability and on Public Accounts. Cleofas said the extension covers another 15 years from 2022 until 2037. With the revocation, this means that both their contracts will expire 3 years from now. Cleofas also confirmed that new operators may come in after 2022. The legislators questioned the extension of the deal, which is years ahead from its actual expiration. It will be recalled that the 2 major water companies said they will no longer demand the 10 billion peso compensation from the government despite their arbitration win. President Duterte earlier slammed them for having onerous contracts and threatened to file cases against them, including some former government officials. Despite President Rodrigo Duterte's push for the revival of peace talks with the communist rebels, National Democratic Front of the Philippines, or NDFP consultant Jose Maria Sison said the Duterte regime cannot gain their trust and confidence yet. In a statement, Sison said the administration retains a militarist and fascist mentality and behavior. The exiled communist leader added that the government does not recognize its national and international branding as a mass murderer amid issues on extrajudicial killings since the implementation of the president's war on drugs. Sison said President Duterte could start resuming the peace negotiations by adopting goodwill measures such as the release of sickly and elderly political prisoners and engaging in reciprocal unilateral ceasefires for Christmas. He said the next step is to hold a formal meeting in a foreign neutral country to resume the peace negotiations to primarily overcome the repressive measures of the administration. President Duterte earlier sent Philippine Government Peace Panel Chairman Silvestre Bello III to meet with CSUN in the Netherlands to discuss the possible resumption of the talks, which were derailed since 2017. New Zealand authorities said it is still dangerous for emergency teams to recover bodies from the White Island due to the volcano's increasing tremor activity. This after families of the victims have been frustrated amid delays in retrieval operations. Police Minister Stuart Nash said he understood the situation. However, seismologists had predicted that there was a 50% chance of another eruption. The destructive eruption occurred on December 9 at New Zealand's White Island volcano. 47 trippers were on the area where the disaster occurred. They hail from the United States, Britain, China, Germany, Malaysia, Australia, and New Zealand. Meanwhile, these are the other top news of the week.
The proposed 4.2 trillion national budget for 2020 is now up for President Duterte's signature after the Senate and House of Representatives separately ratified on Wednesday the Bicameral Conference Committee report. But despite Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano's assurance, Senator Panfilo Lacson skipped the signing of the bicameral report, citing that he learned about the questionable pork insertions. He expressed opposition to the ratification, but he said it's leaving to President Duterte whether or not to veto tens of billions of pesos worth of alleged lawmakers' pork barrel projects. The Department of Environment and Natural Resources, or DENR, is set to hold a high-level interagency meeting on December 16, Monday, for the Pasig River rehabilitation. DENR Secretary Roy Simato said the meeting will be held at the Philippine Ports Authority, or PPA, in Manila. 12 heads of different government agencies is expected to participate in the meeting as part of the 2008 writ of continuing mandamus is by the Supreme Court. Time magazine has chosen young Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg as this year's Person of the Year. Thunberg is known for her blunt, straightforward campaign addressing world leaders to act against the global climate crisis.
Here's a quick recap of the MB Rundown for today, December 13. Team Philippines hailed as the overall SEA Games champion after earning 387 medals. Communications Secretary Martin Andanar assures the public of a complete, secure, and truthful coverage of the Ampatuan massacre case promulgation on December 19. Metropolitan Manila Waterworks and Sewerage System, or MWSS, revokes Maynilad and Manila Water's extension of concession deals. Exiled communist leader Joma Sison says President Duterte cannot gain the National Democratic Front of the Philippines' trust and confidence yet, despite the president's push for the revival of peace talks. And New Zealand police defend delays in emergency operations amid increasing tremor activity of the White Island volcano. And that's the MB Rundown. I'm Hannah Tabios.